Kimberly Wilson, and welcome to Insider's Health TV, where we bring you the freshest happenings in the world of medicine without the quack propaganda. Today, we'll be finishing up our two-part series about winter health guidelines that you can follow to make sure your holiday season stays merry. Every winter, someone in the family gets sick. It might shut them down for a few days or be nothing more than the sniffles, but it's going to happen. And how you react to these winter illnesses can shorten recovery time and prevent it from spreading. The only thing worse than a child with a fever is a family with a fever. So let's start there with the fever. The number one rule is that if your child has a fever and feels bad, they need to be in bed with no arguments. However, if they're feeling energetic and their temperature drops when you give him or her a fever reducer, it actually isn't necessary to bar them from the outside, as long as they aren't mixed with other children, since they'll still be contagious. Playing outside for a short time will only make it easier for you to keep them in bed when they feel truly sick. You'll be the cool parent without endangering your kids any further. Another problem with the winter is dry skin. It's important to keep exposed skin to a minimum. But no matter what, everyone usually experiences a little dryness during the cold months. Just make sure you bathe with gentle soaps and avoid scrubbing too much during the holiday season. If dryness is causing chapping or splitting in the skin, make sure you apply petroleum jelly after every hand washing and anytime it feels sore or dry. Your doctor may recommend that you apply a liquid bandage every few days as preventative as well. It depends on the severity. As for our last tip, it involves walking around in that snow or ice. While you probably have a great sense of humor, taking a digger on the ice is painful and often humiliating. And for young and old people, it's extremely dangerous. So the first things first, don the right footwear, shoes or boots with rubber soles that have a raised pattern for better grip. Never walk across black ice, as it's refrozen water that's much more slippery than normal ice. Even with our best tricks, you could still bump a knee, an elbow, or your head. And for all ice, make sure you walk sideways, bending your knees a little, and never crossing one foot in front of the other for balance. The last tip is to protect your dominant arm. If you're a righty, catching yourself after a fall could result in a sprained or broken wrist or arm. And if you plan on getting anything done during the holidays, you should always try to brace yourself with your other arm. If you follow all these tips, you might just have a disaster-free holiday this season, family dinners aside. That's it for this edition of Insider's Health TV. I'm your host, Kimberly Wilson, and remember, it's your health. We're just helping you think outside the box.